Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany Eisenhower. I'm a former D1 and professional soccer player. It's my goal to help you chase and accomplish your dreams in your sport, and one of the things that helped me so much during my career was having a solid morning routine. I noticed when I was playing, this routine just helped my mind and body prepare so much better for the day and helped me perform so much better. I've been playing soccer and just been an athlete for my whole life, and I just really like the way a super quick makeup routine can make me feel. I really do feel like the look good, feel good, play good thing is real, especially for me. It's different for everyone. I'm sure there's a lot of players that absolutely hate makeup and will never wear it. But for me, taking just a couple minutes in the morning to do my makeup makes me feel so much more prepared for the day. I've definitely perfected this routine over the years, and everything I use on my face has SPF because I'm out in the sun all day. This one I use for my base. It's the UV Elements Ulta MD Tinted Sunscreen. This one is so light. It doesn't even feel like a sunscreen, let alone a tinted moisturizer. So even if I don't wear makeup at all that day, I always wear this just to protect my skin. And then this one has just a little bit more coverage, but it still has SPF 40. It's the CC Nude Glow by IT Cosmetics. This one just gives me the best glow and provides a little bit of coverage without feeling like a makeup. I usually do my eyebrows before my face makeup. I forgot about that. I just brush them up with a little bit of eyebrow glue. I feel like this just makes me look a little bit more awake. If you're an athlete, you know that before a game you do a lot of prep work. You watch film on your opponent. If you're a soccer player, you might even work on your build out against your opponent. And doing all this prep makes you feel just so much more ready to take on the game and to really be in the zone because you're not worried about what they're gonna do. Basically, doing all the prep just helps you think about nothing except for the present moment. And I know this might be a super silly comparison that nobody understands, but for me, doing a little bit of makeup, doing my morning routine makes me feel prepped and ready for the day so I can just think about whatever I have in front of me. For my super quick natural makeup look, I love this Go-Go Tint by Benefit. I use it both on my lips and cheeks, and it just gives me so much color. I used to never wear blush, but I feel like it makes such a difference. I don't do my makeup without it. I love a good false lash. I used to get lash extensions only for like a couple weeks because they were wildly expensive. I got them in college, and after paying for them a couple times, I was like, no, I simply cannot do this. So over time, I taught myself how to do my own lash extensions with like the actual lash glue, and that ended really poorly. I just kept adding on lashes with the permanent glue, and one day we had a game and it was super windy, and I had these really full lashes. It was not a good look, but anyways, in the middle of the game, half my lash like kind of fell over in front of my eye, and I was like, well, I can't just not see for this game. So I pulled them out. It pulled out so many of my eyelashes. It was honestly a disaster. But I still really like the false lash look. I learned how to do them super easy. It only takes me like 2 minutes. To start, I just put on a little bit of mascara for the base. I feel like this just helps them blend a little bit better. This is the style of lash I use. It's Kiss My Lash But Better in the style Blessed. They just have a super thin band, so once they're on, I can't even tell they're on, which is important because I would wear these to games, to training, everywhere, and I would never wear something that distracted me from my sport, so these are the best. Plus, they're not a crazy false lash look, like they're not super full, they just give me a little bit of a natural lash. I love it. All I do is I line the top with this Duo lash glue. I wait for a minute just for it to get a little bit tacky, and then I apply it to the underside of my lash. All I have to do is place it in the right spot, and they're on. And then just to secure it, like I said, I work out in these and I train in these, so I don't want them going anywhere. I just pinch them down with my tweezers, and just like that, we're good to go. This is definitely harder than it looks. It definitely took me a long time to get used to doing this, but now that I've done it forever, it's like the quickest step in my makeup routine. I've always loved makeup, and being a soccer player in high school, some people would definitely make fun of me for wearing makeup to practice, but honestly, I just think it's really fun, and I like the way it makes me feel prepared for my day, so I didn't really care what they had to say. Nowadays, most of my teammates as professional soccer players would actually wear makeup on game days because we're on camera, the zoom in shots. Again, not everyone would do it, but if you like it, do it. I also used to really overpluck my eyebrows, so I've been trying to grow them out. And to fill any of the bald spots, I love this pencil by Benefit Cosmetics, Precisely My Brow. It's a really small pencil, so I don't feel like I get the super thick lines. And then I just brush them up for a more natural look. I'm in Colorado and it's really dry, so for my lips, I just use this CeraVe Healing Ointment. I always have to have something on my lips, especially if I'm working out or playing, because they just get so dry. So I love this stuff because it's just basically an ointment. It's not sticky like a gloss. Can't forget the deodorant. Athletes, if you know, you know. Men's deodorant. This is the Wilderness one. It smells like lavender, and it honestly doesn't smell like a dude, but it keeps me covered. I think all in all, that takes me like 10 minutes if I'm not talking to a camera. And I just feel so good, ready to take on the day. I always tell myself that I'm gonna wear nice clothes, and then I always end up grabbing my sweats. But especially in the mornings, I just like to be comfy, so whatever. In the mornings, I also like to do a little bit of a hair health routine. It only takes like 30 seconds, but for some reason it took me forever to get into a routine because I don't think about it like brushing my teeth. But since I've started doing it consistently, I've definitely seen a lot more results. From wearing my hair up for soccer, I don't know about you, but I would wear a high pony, and so I would lose so much hair around this area. So every morning I use this Vegomore Grow Serum just on my roots. Basically what it does is just help with hair health and shedding. I just apply the dropper to my scalp. Now I don't know if you can see it, I definitely have a big forehead, but I used to like totally not have any hair in this area, and all of this is new hair regrowth. Like this used to be completely bald. And so even though this looks a little funny, I'm glad that my hair is growing back. I do work with Vegomore, but this is not a paid post. This is just my normal morning routine. So if you want to get it, you can use my code BrittanyW20 for 20% off because it is a little pricey, but honestly for me, it's really worth it. I just massage it in. This is my favorite part. All right, that's done. Time for my favorite part of the day. Right now, alongside running my business full time, I'm training for a half marathon, and I actually have a soccer tournament coming up in June. So sticking to this routine has definitely been key for me for being efficient the rest of my day. First things first, I take all my supplements. I noticed if I do this first thing in the morning, I never forget. And then after this, it's time for my favorite part of the day, a little bit of quiet time. I love starting my day reading the Word. This is the She Reads Truth Bible. I love it because it's green. I think it's really cute, but also in the back, it has this Bible in a Year reading plan. So basically it tells you what chapters to read, and it helps me stay on track. Plus, it has you read like 4 different books in the Bible, so you're not reading the Bible from start to finish, which can definitely be overwhelming. I like mixing in a little bit of Old Testament with New Testament. That's just me. This morning, we're gonna read John 5 and Galatians 1. After reading and hydrating a little bit, it's time for breakfast and coffee. My mom always loved her morning coffee, and as I grew up, we started having morning coffee together. She got me this little ornament the Christmas before she passed away, and so I keep it with me every single morning, and we always have our coffee together. Stuff is the best. I really don't think it's healthy, honestly, but it is my favorite. I can't get enough. And I'm like, okay, if most of my diet is healthy and I just really love my coffee in the morning, whatever. I've been married for a little over 2 years now. My husband and I are actually high school sweethearts. We met around my junior year of high school. He had just moved schools because of hockey, and we've been dating ever since. He does not like coffee, but we do have this routine called Caffeine on the Couch where we both have our drinks and just talk about what's in store the rest of the day. It's just a super sweet way to connect before the craziness of the day starts. Is it just me, or are these bra pads super annoying? I swear mine get flipped every time. I don't know how. It takes me like 5 minutes to get them rearranged. So I just stepped away from pro soccer, which was a super hard decision. I made a whole YouTube video about why, but basically I felt like I'd accomplished that dream, and my vision and my goals for continuing to be a professional athlete weren't super exciting. So even though it was scary, I made the decision to step away to pursue new things. The transition's definitely been hard in a lot of ways, and I knew that was gonna happen. I've been playing soccer for my whole life since I was like 3 years old. And one of the things I missed most was the competition. I feel like I've been competing with other people my entire life, and I got to thinking, I'm like, how cool would it be to compete with yourself? And I thought a great way to do that would be to sign up for a half marathon. I like running. I know that sounds crazy, but I really have liked the fitness aspect of being a D1 and professional athlete. But I've never ran probably more than 8 miles. 8's a stretch, honestly, maybe 6. I got super into running in high school, but then I stopped. So this is definitely gonna be a very new and unique challenge. I started training this week, and I've ran 2-mile repeats, 3 miles, and then 5 miles. Today is actually my off day off of running, so I'm gonna do a little bit of full body strength. But tomorrow I have my first longer run, which is 7 miles. If you're a runner, that might not sound like a lot, but to me that's a lot. So I'm trying to do everything I can to recover. What's really sore on me are my ankles and calves. I just think my body's not used to that much volume. I was a goalkeeper, and so all my movements were super explosive. But I'm trying to do it smart. However, my race is in 4 weeks, so wish me luck. One of the things I knew I was gonna struggle with a little bit after leaving professional sports was the identity shift. I had been a soccer player my whole life, and I thought what probably a lot of other athletes feel is that when I'm done with soccer, then I'm just not an athlete anymore. Luckily, within the past few years, I've worked really, really hard on not drawing my identity from soccer, from what I do. But that took a really long time because my whole life, honestly, soccer was completely my identity. The reason I fell in love with soccer in the first place was because it was kind of an escape from a crazy home life. So from an early age, it totally became my identity. I dove headfirst into it. But within the last couple of years, I've found that my identity does not come from soccer. And so thankfully this transition's been okay. But at the same time, one of the things I'm realizing is that I will always be an athlete. I accomplished my dream of becoming a professional soccer player, and I learned so many lessons and tools that I can bring into whatever I do next. So whether that's running a marathon, doing tennis or golf or whatever I'm gonna do, I can bring the same mindset and mentality and all the tools I learned into those new things. And it's so cool to be a beginner. I was a professional athlete. I spent so many years dedicating myself to that sport, which was really cool. I got to see the payoff of all that dedication. But being a beginner is really fun because it's a new challenge, it's a new way to push myself, it's a new way to grow. And so that's exactly what this half marathon training is doing. It's definitely kicking my butt in a new way, but I'm trying to lean into the process and just really enjoy every moment of it. But my butt is so sore. I don't know why my butt is sore from running. I would do the same routine as a professional soccer player. In the morning when I would wake up, I'd do a little bit of mobility and rolling out before I headed out to the facility. I just feel like it got my body right, it got my mind right, and ready to take on the day. So ever since I stepped away, I kept with the same routine, and I just really love the structure. Plus, I am actually gonna be playing in a soccer tournament coming up here soon. And so I do not wanna lose the mobility I have because I don't wanna get injured. After my half marathon, which is really soon, I'm gonna start training for soccer again, so I'm super excited for that.
This snow is insane. I guess reports are that we got 24 inches, 2 feet. So I've had to climb through snow piles to get to the gym, but we're here.
During my career, the gym was always my happy place. I know some players hate the gym, but I really love it. I think it's mainly because as I started to work on my fitness, my confidence on and off the field grew so much. I'm gonna start posting a lot more of the workouts I did as a professional soccer player on my page, so make sure to subscribe for those. And right now I'm working on gym programs for current athletes as well as former athletes, so I'm so excited to share those soon. I played around with doing my workout at different times of the day, but I'm definitely a morning workout girl. I think it's because since college soccer, I've been working out super early in the morning. Our trainings were like at 6 a.m. Thankfully, when I played professionally, trainings weren't until 9 or 10. But working out in the morning just makes me feel so good going into the rest of my day, gives me tons of energy. So it's always part of my morning routine. Even if I don't do a full workout, just even going for a walk, something like that totally clears my head and gets me in the right headspace for the rest of the day. I hope today's video was helpful for you. If it was, please subscribe. I would love to have you as part of my community. My goal is to share everything I learned as a D1 and professional soccer player with you to help you chase your dreams. So hopefully we can start that journey together today. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.